it's just me.
What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome to another episode of the PES Road to Glory. Remember, if you do go on to enjoy this episode, do me a favor and smack the like button, because you won't want to do that at the end of the video. After you see what mess I've produced today, you'll be like, I don't actually like this. So if you like it beforehand, you won't have to worry about it. So, I played an online game last night, off camera. Well, I say not off camera. It was on camera, but my face was off camera. No live reaction in this one. We'll do one in a second, though. But this was the last of the sort of first unacclaimed matches, if that makes sense. Now, if you don't know what that means, basically, I can now play in or get ranked in sort of the PES League. I'm not quite sure how it works or anything like that. There's no specific sort of league section, but you just play games, you get points for playing games, and if you win, obviously you get more. You get acclaim points and things like that. I don't claim to understand, I know anything about it, but either way, this guy I was playing right here was decent. Unfortunately, we gave up a very sloppy goal. Good bit of football from him, I suppose, but just bad defending in general from me, and then I pushed things forward. You can see in the bottom left-hand corner, next to Barzagli's name there, I've got that red icon all the way up. That means we are pushed all the way up the field, and then unfortunately he caught me on the counter not once, but twice in the very late game. I mean, I'm talking 93rd minute here. Very good turn from Kalanoglu, and it was a good goal. But there we are. We have 3 acclaim points. I don't know what that means. I have no idea. I'm sure you can let me know in the comments if you do know, or if you play this game at all. But I know that we have been entered into this PES League now, so we can start accruing points for that. Now, these games on screen are the simulated games, so this is the AI playing against itself. A great goal from Raheem Sterling, a player that I'm trying to give as much game time to as I can, because when I play, I don't want to use Raheem Sterling, and I'll explain why in a second. We pick up nearly 6,000 GP for that one game. If you win games in these sim matches, you pick up a lot of points. The problem with that is you need to field a strong side, because you're up against strong sides. So fielding a strong side isn't the hard part, it's the fact that I'm going to have to then pay for contracts, and fitness becomes an issue as well. So what I did then in the second game was I built a completely separate side that was full of white and bronze balls with a few silver players dotted in around there as well. So I tried to make a team that would be competitive, tried to lay it out competitively. I've got my other manager involved as well now, so we've got a different formation with 2 strikers. But unfortunately, it just wasn't enough, and Botafogo beat us. We were picking up scouts per game we were playing, so these are the scouts that I managed to get. Before we go into the live portion of the game where we play a game, and we're going to open a pack as well. Yeah, like I said, I've built 2 teams. So when you've got your strong side out there, yes, we're winning games and gaining GP. Well, I say we're winning games. We might not win games, but either way, the contracts are starting to take their toll. I've had to buy 4 or 5 yesterday that cost me about 6,000 GP. The contracts are expensive, so you need to make sure you're winning games in order to get as much GP as possible, because if you're not winning games, you're losing games or drawing games, not getting that much GP, and then still have to pay for contracts, yeah, becomes a bit of a problem. So maybe I might build a strong side for the sim games and see how many points we can pick up there. I'm not quite sure. This was the last of the scout. We went over to South America, over to Brazil specifically, and picked up a pretty good player actually. Let's go live though and open up a proper agent. Before we get into opening our agents, to which I'm going to open 2. I'm going to use my club coins to open 1 and GP to open another. Then I'm going to keep back about 15,000 GP, or 20, is it 20,000 GP? Either way, I'll keep back a good chunk of GP for contracts, because it's come to that point now where they're going to start coming thick and fast. You'll notice that some of these players have been upgraded. You just see it above my face cam there. Contract duration, 9 games remaining, but then we'll look at players like McCarthy, only 3 games. He's got 5, he's got 7 because obviously we got him yesterday. Coutinho and Romario only have 3 and 4 games left, and then they're done. I can't add any more. Salah only has 3. Salah is likely to be expensive. I'm going to use a contract renewal ticket on him when we get to that point, but if I go to contract renewal, if I had to pay for it, it would be 2,300 just for one player for 10 games. So I think it makes sense to keep a big chunk of it back. Raheem Sterling only has 4 games as well, and if I was to have to pay for him, he's going to cost me 1,900, and he's only, he's like, 6 ratings below Salah, and it still costs me that much money. Bamba is even closer. I think we looked at this yesterday, and he's going to cost me nearly 3,000. So we are going to need to keep a lot back. I think I'm going to try and keep about 20k back each time. So if I release an episode tomorrow, there's not likely to be an opening in that video. I did go into, what was it called? I went into Master League, and I don't, to my knowledge anyway, don't think you can sim chunks at a time. I was having to like sim one game. I got through the January window with Liverpool, and we were sort of 4th, still in the FA Cup, still in the Champions League. So if I continue that later on, we might get some more points. I might see if I can sim through a standard career mode and see if we can do it that way. Now, for the time being, I'm going to open 2. I'm going to open a defender, and depending on what we get in the defender agent, it depends whether I go for forward or midfielder in the next. So, without any further ado, let's go and open the defender. I don't think we're going to get anything great from here. We do have a lot of options with regards to defenders. There are some really nice defenders in there. But let's do this one with coins and hope that we get ourselves a good backup, because that's what we're looking for here. Either someone to replace Barzagli becomes the backup, or we're looking for a backup to our current defence. We're going to the English League. There aren't that many great defenders here. We've got a nice gold ball, which is good. Man United, is that Eric Bailly? Number 3, it could be, you know. It is Eric Bailly. I'll take that. I am happy with that. 83 rated. I am extremely happy with that. Did not expect to get anything even remotely good from that. And I feel like the luck with coins is so much better than it is with GP. We got ourselves 3 very good players there. Waston, if I remember correctly, he is extremely quick. And we've got ourselves Toloi in there as well, who is even better than Barzagli. So we've got 2 players who are better than our current defence, or one of our current defenders. So that's awesome. Now I've got a decision to make. We don't need to go for defenders again. Our defence is now looking extremely good. Do I try and improve the midfield again, or do I go and try and improve the forwards? The only issue with improving forwards is that I need an out-and-out striker. Midfielder, I could get... I do need a better midfield. I'm going to go for forwards, though. I haven't opened one of these yet, apparently. So, there's that. Of course, we can get, Ronaldo, Messi, Neymar, Suarez, etc. We're not likely to get anything like that, and especially because we've just managed to get ourselves Eric Bailly. I don't think we're going to get anything good from this. But let's go for it and see if we can get a striker. I'm not looking for wingers necessarily. I'm just looking for a striker. SS or CF. We're going to Spain. That's not great. Silver ball is not good. Because unfortunately we were looking at something decent then. But Sisto of Celta Vigo, never heard of him. He is a left wing forward, which means he's going to be completely unusable for us. And he is, of course, it is the highest rated player in that team as well. Robin Van Persie is interesting because he's actually better than Raheem Sterling is at that position. So Robin Van Persie technically is our best striker. Is he any good in the air though? Because that's what I want. I need a player who's good in the air because I'm crossing a lot, right? So we do need a player who is who's got that sort of aerial presence. We get ourselves some more tactical training. I don't really understand what that does. I've looked a couple of times and still can't work it out. Team-wise, though, I'm going to put Eric Bailly. I'm going to put Barzagli on the bench for him, and I'm going to put Eric Bailly in the starting lineup. Oh, my bad. There he is. So, team spirit's still 87. I'm sure that'll get better as time goes on. Team is looking much, much nicer now, though. That is a much more sort of comfortable looking lineup. I don't really care for David Silva in there. I might just use him against the AI in sim matches for the last 3 that he has. So Robin Van Persie to go up front. And I think I'm going to start Robin Van Persie in this game to see if he's actually any good in the air. Got ourselves an opponent. And to be fair, this is going to be a very, very even matchup. This guy is just as bad as I am by the looks of things. Coutinho to Robin Van Persie. This is the guy I actually wanted in the box, though. That's the issue. Oh, pass it when you get a chance, mate. Jesus. He's going in the box. Good ball in as well. Unlucky. Unlucky. We've just conceded. I tell you what, the more I play this game, the more I start to dislike it. And it's not because I'm bad at it necessarily. It's just it's so slow. The not like build-up play or anything like that. I like that because it's more sort of... it's closer to real football than FIFA is by a long mile. Like, FIFA is so arcadey compared to this game. And compared to real-life football. And this is such a close representation of what football is like. Unfortunately... it's so slow in reactions. Like, you press pass, and they take a week to decide where they want to pass it. And it's, again, in FIFA, when I press pass, and I'm aiming towards someone, and all of a sudden, that avenue is blocked off, and I need to quickly change the direction of the pass, you can't. As soon as you've decided the direction, and you've pressed A, or X, or whatever button you use to press pass, you can't change direction. It's tough. That ball is going there, whether you like it or not. You can't last second change the direction of where you want to pass it. And that is frustrating. And that is something you need to really get used to. But it's just the speed in which players pass the ball. Like, and move as well. It's not just pass the ball, it's move. Like, I'm moving left to right here as quick as I can, and it doesn't even seem like he's trying to. It's frustrating, to say the least. Like, that there in FIFA wouldn't happen. And I'm not saying that FIFA's a better game for it. It's just something that I'm not used to and something that I don't think is right. I think it needs to be more responsive. He's in on goal here, and it's unlikely that he's going to miss. Well, I lied. Good football through to Robin Van Persie. Needs to cut back on it here. I've pressed the wrong button, and I've lost the ball. What is that? Like, the control, you wouldn't do that. It just wouldn't be a thing. And he scored because the game is rubbish. It's not rubbish. It's just, that was awful. I've intercepted the ball. And he's just given it, he's just passed it to him. But that happens all the time. It's not like, oh, well, bit of bad luck. You know, that does happen in real life. Because it does. But that happens every time you get the ball. Every touch is like that. Every touch. Right, good football. Little ball in here. I can't win any header. The crossing is meant to be overpowered, and I don't think I've ever won one header. I don't get it. I mean, I'm bad at the game, and I know that that is a huge factor in why I'm not enjoying it the last couple of days, but I don't know. I just feel like the gameplay is so slow, and the first touches are so bad that every time I win the ball back, it seems to just go straight to the opponent because they can't get it under control. I mean, if they do get it under control, I can't pass it quick enough to get the ball away. So if you just hold down press, you will more than likely put the pressure under your opponent so much every single time that they just can't cope with it. I tried to do it the second half and it worked a lot, but because I was attacking so much, I was leaving massive gaps in behind, and that's how he's managed to score a second goal and kill the game off. I know in that game then, I probably came across very, very bitchy towards this game, and because I'm bad, and in a way, yeah, it is because I'm bad, but I do feel like there are issues. I'm going to end this episode on a scout, and now I know I shouldn't do this, but I honestly don't think I'll play this game longer than the wait for FIFA 19. So what I should do is use this 4-star scout along with maybe another 2 4-star scouts, but I'm just going to use it and hope that we get lucky in it, to be honest. The best player we can get is going to be Jose Callahan. I am hoping for a Kyle Walker style player. There are over 3,000 player options within this. So if we were to get Kyle Walker, it would be the 4th best player we could have possibly packed. I'm not expecting anything like that. If anything, I'm expecting a bronze or a silver ball. But anyway, it'll be a level 1. It'll be someone we can upgrade. Let's hope for something decent. First of all, let's hope that we get to go to the English League. Oh my dear God, we're going to Chile, I believe. It's a white ball. It's the worst possible player we could have gotten. Well, not possible player, but the worst possible option. A white ball is obviously the worst. So, yes, I wanted a right back, but I didn't want him. I wanted... You're not Kyle Walker. I can't really complain too much. I mean, I said I should have combined him with another 4-star. So, it's my own fault. We're 4,000 GP away from being able to open another agent, but like I said, I did want to keep some back for contracts. I'll have to wait and see. I'm going to try my best to play some more tonight. I'm thinking of doing versus com challenges because I feel like I might have a better time playing against the AI. And I might do this elite challenge here, which is essentially you have to win 4 games, I think it is, against the AI. Yeah. I tried this before and I lost to PSG 4-2, but I feel like I know the game a bit better now and I feel like I could perform better. So I'm going to try and play against the AI later, win 4 games, and then I'll get a special agent. It'll be a level 1, but it'll be a guaranteed gold. So it says it's called the Elite Challenge, and yet you get a gold. I don't get it, but either way, that's going to do it for today's episode. Sorry if it came across as if I hate the game. I don't hate it. I just feel like there's a lot wrong with it. There's a lot good about it. I do enjoy it, but there's a lot wrong with it at the same time. If you have enjoyed this episode, though, and you want to see more, do me a favor and smack the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And until the next time, goodbye.